Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all this morning. I hope you have a nice coffee or a glass of water because we're going to have a very interesting conversation this morning. My name is Nathalie Carpentier. I'm the Leisure Sales Manager for Amelia Hotels International Eastern Canada region. And this morning we have a beautiful panel of travel professionals that know the product. They are very objective and professional, critical even, because we need to be talented, yes, and we need to have the good stuff, and we need to know where to improve. And now we are all in the same boat, and we are all aiming the same result. So it's a pleasure for me to introduce you my three Charlie's Angels. It's a Natalie's Angel. So we have Tamara Posma from Travel Point. Hi, Tamara.
Hi, Natalie.
Buenos dias. We have go ahead. And we have Angie Brevetti from Marlin Travel.
Good morning, everybody. Bonjour.
And we have Georgia Rakopoulos from Uniglobe Enterprise.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So a couple of house rules. Please mute your sound because we want to have the maximum of quality since it's a computer. So please mute your buttons. If you have comments, questions, anything at all, you have a chat box on the right side of your screen. So feel free to share your thoughts, your questions. We are here for that all together. And also this presentation, this roundtable is now recorded for future use into the Melia Pro Travel Labs. This is a new platform that we have to make sure that all Canadian agents from all over the country can access to our live webinars, this roundtables, if we want to have videos, if we want to have any kind of tools, and also sharing experience. And even we have special people that are going to join us for some special events. We call them events. So please stay tuned. And it's going to be a nice way for us to be all together, brainstorm, and get ready for when it's going to start again. It's going to start again step by step, of course, but we will be ready with all the knowledge that we are going to provide you. So what I'm going to do is first go Tamara, Angie, and Georgia one by one, just to introduce yourself, maybe a quick situation of the type of work that you do normally. And then I'm going to jump in and ask you guys a few questions, and the roundtable is going to go with the flow. So we're going to start with Tamara.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so my name is Tamara Postma. I work for Travel Point Enterprises. I've been in the industry now for about 5 years. I would say my niche is leisure travel, selling a lot of all-inclusives and cruises. Recently, actually went to the Grand Reserve in Punta Cana at the end of February. Had a fabulous time there. Weather was perfect, and obviously went before all this COVID-19 came into effect. So yeah, great service. Properties are beautiful. So Natalie, I don't know if you have any questions for me.
I will, but we're going to do just the introduction, and then we're going to go back to you. I have like 2-3 points, and then it's gonna get really interesting.
Sounds good.
So Angie, you're next.
Good morning. Good morning. So I think I'm one of the veterans in the group. My name is Angie Brevetti. I work for Marlin Travel, and I've been in the industry over 30 years now. This is not my hobby, it's my career. I've been to all of the Melia properties in North America, but I've also been privileged enough to be, I actually went to Rome last year. Yeah. And I got a chance to go see that one and see all my friends that I've met here in Toronto. So it was a privilege. I do have to admit that Melia is the one and only of all the hoteliers, and I have a lot of preferred, but they are the one and only that really open their arms up to the agents. No matter when I've asked them to come in for a site inspection or anything, they've said yes. Maybe because I am a top producer, but If not, I'm sure that they would, if they're not at full occupancy, would make arrangements for you to go and see them. So like Rodolfo said, they encourage the agents to come in and see their product, because unless you see it, it's easy to sell it, but once you see it and experience it, they have a great staff on board and a lot to support, and Natalie's amazing. So we got to go to Spain, and I was going back this year with my family, which we had to cancel, but it doesn't matter, we'll redo it. So I want to thank you, Malia, for everything. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you. And now we have our Greek goddess, Georgia Rakopoulos.
Hi, everyone. My name is Georgia, and I'm with Uniglobe Enterprise Travel in Toronto. I do mostly leisure travel, a lot of all-inclusives, and a lot of FITs to Europe. I've had the privilege of joining Natalie and a lot of other wonderful professionals on several fam trips, and have had the opportunity to view a number of the Melia properties. I love the support that I receive from Melia, and my clients are always so amazed at how wonderful the Melia properties are, and I want to just thank you for making their experiences so wonderful. I'm hoping to see more of the Melia properties in the future. I haven't seen all of them, but I have them on my list, and I'm hoping for all of this to finish so that we can start selling them again.
That's good. You ladies are great. You're a great example of professionals. We know it's hard, and that's why to have this roundtable, it's going to help us understand or have ideas of how we can work together even better now that we're going to relaunch. And of course, fam trips are on the list, but for now we are concentrating on what's going on right now and to prepare the next step. So my next question for you ladies would be on a personal and professional side, because we're at home. So we live the professional side at home, and we live our new personal status at home. So how do you manage to keep track of your clients, or to have a contact with your clients with this reality? And let us know a little bit about that. So we're going to do the same order. So Tamara, Angie, and Georgia, how do you live inside your house, doing your housework, clean the house, take care of, I don't know, the kids, the dog, the grass, and also keeping in mind that now is the time to keep track of your clients and make sure that the how do you say, the link, the contact is still there. And that's a challenge for us all, because it's the first time that we live this situation. So we're going to start with Tamara. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, life has been interesting since this COVID, but I was pretty much a homebody anyways, working from home, not doing too much other than when I was able to travel. So I would try to do that once a month. But what I did probably a couple of months ago, before all this COVID thing went as big as it is now, I actually posted something on Facebook and asked people to respond back to me to say, hey, when you're ready to travel again, where do you plan on traveling to? Where are you gonna, what do you want me to book for you, et cetera, et cetera. So now I have compiled a list of my clients where they want to go. So once we're given the green light by the government to travel, which I believe will take a while because it's going to take the airlines a little bit to come back and get their staffing in order and all that stuff, I'm going to be following up with those clients. I'm actually been following up with a lot of my clients with their future travel credits and stuff like that, keeping them apprised of what's going on, what the suppliers are saying and all that stuff. So, I've been accessible to my clients. I've always been like that. So they know they can reach out to me anytime and I respond fairly quickly. So, life is it is kind of boring right now, but, because my life was travel. And again, like Angie and probably Georgia, it's not a hobby to me. I do it full time. So, yeah, and you don't see people as much. I only go out and do grocery shopping, and, I'll see my neighbors walk by. So get a chance to talk to them. There's not much, communication going on really. So, And that's why I appreciate this roundtable and talking about Melia International. And I thank you for the invite, Natalie. So, I know I'm very positive for the future. I think it's going to be better than ever when we're back. And I look forward to working with my clients again.
And I'm sure the clients of all the travel agents, the clients now see your role, the importance of your reason of being, because when you're all alone with your computer and you make some reservations, I don't know where, when you have a travel agent, it takes all the importance, and now you are the eyes and the support and the ears. I'm sure you do a lot of psychology as well, so it must be very tiring in a sense. You must sleep well at night, guys. Or not.
I'm probably sleeping too much, maybe?
You need a drink.
I was going to ask Natalie what she was drinking, by the way.
Right now? I have 2 drinks. I have my water and the rest of my cafe latte.
Okay, so no alcohol yet.
No, not until 5.
Okay.
So Angie, what about you?
Well, I've been busy canceling. So I think like everybody knows, this is the only industry, I believe, that we're working for free. We're working in a negative, not a positive, because we've worked to get them booked. We're working to canceling them, and then we'll be working again to rebook them. So it was very stressful. Right now, I think with my books, whatever I have on the books, everything has been canceled, or with future travel. It was disappointing because I did have a couple of groups that were going to the Melia Caribe, and they canceled. They didn't want to future travel. They don't know when they're going to be going, because it's hard for a group to decide all at once. It took them this long to decide to go, and all of a sudden now they had to postpone. So I believe he'll be back. I've had a few bookings also in Europe, and I was so excited because it was at the Barcelona Sky, and it was a level, and it was amazing. And unfortunately, we had to postpone that one too. But I think those people are they're going to be booking again. I have a great clientele base. I've been doing it for 30 years, so I guess, and it's my full-time job, so I must be doing something right. We don't get everything right. And people, I've been really, really lucky that I haven't had the horror stories that some travel agents have had, where people are yelling and screaming at them and threatening them and so on. So our hands are tied. There's nothing we can do. We don't have the money for them. Right now, Rodolfo had asked the question if we have any bookings and where they're going. I don't have anything for the near future. I think within Canada, nothing will happen until probably the end of May. People are inquiring, but not as much. Now, I am keeping in touch with them because they're waiting for my email blast. So I usually do an email blast every week, and I'll send them whatever properties I think are of value to them and they might enjoy. And some have reached out and said, we miss your email blast. So that's how I connect with my clients. A lot of them know me personally. And I do want to just mention that, we do care. And hopefully all the agents out there do care. It's not just a hobby, even if you're doing it part-time. And just as an ending, I had a client at the Melia Jardines in Cuba, and he was the last client that was coming out of there on a Saturday night. And he called me, and I'm getting emotional because he called me. He left for March break, and nothing was going on at that point until like the 15th, I think it was, or the 16th, but he had left on the 14th, and he called me and he's like, what do I do? And I said, you're being taken care of. The whole resort's there, and just hang tight. You will get out of there. Your flight's Sunday, and you will get out. And I waited till his pickup was at 5:45, and he called me at 5. He goes, I can't find a rep. And I said, your bus will be there, and if they're not there, get yourself to the airport in in Keokoko. And 10 o'clock came around. His flight was supposed to leave, and he didn't call. So I figured, okay, he's on a flight. I stayed up till 2:20 and I looked at the GTAA website and I saw he landed. And first thing he did is call me.
Oh, wow.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm home. And it was very, very touching. And one thing he did send me, and he said that he goes, you were very highly recommended. I've recommended you to other clients. And he goes, and the reason being is because you care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everybody's home safe. Let's, keep it going. And I do think we're going to come back stronger than ever.
That's awesome, Ange.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And that's where the clients, it's not when it's going well that you're an amazing travel agent. And it's when you have a problem, a situation, you want advice and you prove your role. That's
I think that when we are back and stronger, everyone's going to want a travel agent. Everyone's going to want travel insurance.
Oh,
so one thing he did mention is that considering everything that was going on, the people at the Malia were amazing. He goes, they kept up their spirits and they took care of us and they didn't even know what their future held.
Exactly.
But they took care of the clients.
Good.
We'll never leave our clients ever high and dry. We're always going to be.
We're always taking care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a teamwork. The hotel has to be up there. The agent has to be up there. The airline, the rep, it's a chain. So if there's one part of the chain that doesn't work, the whole thing crumbles down. So that's why we are very serious about all the situations that can happen. Now it's a new situation for everybody, and that's where we see the importance of your role. And us, we're there. We're gonna have your back no matter what. But you guys have an amazing role, and it's hard right now because you don't have any revenue, you don't have any booking. But my question, maybe pass the mic to Georgia, but we can talk about it after. But Georgia, let me ask you, when it starts again. Of course, it's going to be maybe 1 or 2 flights, a few hotels. It's going to be step by step, I can imagine. But are your clients ready to travel again if the destination is safe, if we have flights, when the hotels are opening? If you're in your home for 2 months, are you going to take it easy and go camping and stay home? Or your clients will travel down south soon now? That's my question.
That's a really good question, Natalie. At the moment, people are sort of taking a wait and see approach. I'm sort of in the same position as Tamara and Angie. I do most of my work from home, and I've been in touch with all of my clients throughout this and even before it started. I did have clients over March break that were in destination. I had clients at the Melia Veradero, as a matter of fact. And I found that before they left, I was in contact with them in case they wanted to cancel, etc. And most of them wanted to go because at that point, nothing had really been said. So they went and they actually had a great time, and they texted me from down there saying, could we stay an extra week, which I found kind of amazing because they were having such a good time. Now, I didn't recommend that they do that. I actually recommended that they come back when their flights were due to come back. But what I'm finding is with all of the future travel credits, most people are not rebooking at the moment. There's a lot of questions about when the flights will be back on schedule, what the schedules are going to be, whether people are going to have time off when the schedules are back. A lot of the questions I'm getting are about what are the hotels doing in order to make sure that when we do go back, it's going to be safe. And so maybe those are things that the industry needs to address to let clients know to let us know as travel agents so that we can let our clients know what types of things are being put in place in destination at the hotels to ensure that clients have a much safer experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of the airlines as well need to make some changes as to what's going on the planes to make people feel more safe, so that when things are back and running, people will have the confidence to make those bookings and to travel to these destinations. But as Angie said, I have no bookings going forward. I have a lot of clients who have future travel credits and are wondering, when to actually rebook their travel. But at the moment, because things are so up in the air, I'm not recommending that any of them book the actual packages because, it's so difficult once they've booked them to get refunds, and you don't want to have to have another future travel credit if they can't go at that time. And insurance doesn't always cover all of the instances. So that's the position that a lot of my clients are in. And I try very hard to talk with them on the phone and also through email. I do have 2 bookings that I haven't been able to resolve because the travel was in July and things have not been canceled for July and August. So I'm still waiting on a few things, and hopefully as this moves along, we'll have a better idea of what to do for our clients.
Okay. And do you
One thing,
feel,
Natalie, I was just going to say is that I have a few clients, I don't know about everybody else, that are cruise clients, and they've told me that they will not be cruising anytime soon. So because of all the scare of being confined on a cruise, where on land it's a lot safe, they feel a lot safer. So I think those cruise clients will be transferred over to a land product, and your product is amazing because we can compare it to a cruise, high quality, high end, and upgrade them as much as we want. So I think that would be a plus on your end for your product.
it's a very good point, that, Angie, because I love to cruise. I'm a fan of cruising, but what you're saying is the reality. So now we can just grab and make sure that we close those bookings and to send them to Paradisus, Voyage Service, Gran Milia in Europe, in Punta Cana in Mexico. So you guys have a lot of choice with our company, of course, because we have more than 350 hotels worldwide. But it's going to be very interesting to see the trend. And I believe that if we do like other roundtables like this or meetings like this with hotel manager like we did yesterday, that will explain us exactly what are the measures that we're taking, concrete measures, it will secure the agent. If the agent is secured, the client will be secured, and then the bookings will come in, right?
Yeah,
That's
there was
correct.
a question there by Rodolfo about when do we think those bookings are going to be coming back. Hopefully, Rodolfo, July and August. I'm going down to the Malia Punta Cana level
Your cottage.
in October, which I'm trying to sort of change it to September, but we'll worry about that later. So I'm going down, and I want my clients to come down. And I had some clients saying to me, well, I'll come down with you. So that's how I get a lot of my clients also. They love to travel with me. I wonder why, some of the perks of the industry.
I know why. I've traveled with you, Genji.
Exactly. So anybody that comes with me experiences a little bit of an extra or a little surprise here, a little surprise there. So now I've told them that I'm going down, and I have a few people that are saying, well, I want to go down too. So as soon as I secure my spot, I'm booked for October, but I'm trying to switch it for September.
Yes.
That'll be great. And that's, so I think July and August, hopefully, people that are more open-minded will start traveling.
Yeah.
My clients seem to be looking more towards the fall. I've had more inquiries about November and December as opposed to July and August. So I think that's when a lot of my bookings are going to come back, is after October.
Yeah, because I just wanted to point out, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, like say for instance, you want to book somebody for July. Again, right now we're working for free, right? So you book somebody for July, and then they're like, oh, okay, now we need to cancel them, and then we're going to have to rebook them. So
exactly.
Why create that work?
Well,
why not wait?
I think Rodolfo was asking when the bookings will come back.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
Booking July and August, they won't be traveling till probably the fall.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but the event is going to be there, and if you guys as travel professionals, if you lead the way, like Angie said, I'm going to Punta Cana, I'm going to Cancun, and you guys post on your Facebook, you do lives, and that's the way that we are going to secure the clients, and the client will say, my God, if my travel agent is traveling, I'm going.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I usually get my bookings. They see my pictures and they're like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of my bookings come from that.
Yes, and now it's not a matter of wanting, it's a matter of feeling safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already have it in my radar July.
Okay, that's good.
Let's hope travel is going to start in July, but we don't know.
That's good. And like we have a comment from Mr. President, Paul Nielsen. I call him Mr. President. The gatekeeper decision is close to border. When DR in Canada officially open the borders, then people will feel it's okay to make a commitment. It's going to be a chain reaction. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mr. President.
Yes, and I think that we're very lucky here in Canada, and I think kudos to our government. Like I know people, can all, have their views, but we live in a great country, and I think nobody signed up for that job. Nobody thought this was going to happen, so they're actually working, and you can see that they care. And to me, whether we voted for Trudeau or not, he calms me. Every morning at 11:15, he calms me down.
Yeah. We have Denise Didi who has something to say, so I'm going to ask her to unmute her button. So we have a fourth musketeer.
Hey everybody!
Hi, Didi.
Hi, Didi. How are you?
I'm good. I put lipstick on today, so.
And I love all your videos.
Tell us.
Honestly, I think with bookings, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I have a lot of people messaging me all the time saying, when do you think we can book for? And this includes people for Europe and definitely for the Caribbean and Mexico as well. I honestly think once we get proper projections, so once our governments and our premiers and all that let us know exactly, like, this is when we know that this is when we're going to start opening the borders and this and that. I think at that point people will be a little bit more comfortable and ease in to start looking and having a search for trips for them, and completing any bookings that may be on hold or credits that they might have kind of floating around.
That's good. And how are you living your confinement?
My cooking has become fantastic. I'm pretty sure I'm going to become a chef after this.
I've learned how to bake.
Yeah, we're gonna be going on to the 600-pound life.
You know what, guys?
It's going to be either that or I'm going to be doing like a complete makeover.
It's either AA or Weight Watchers.
The opposite way. I went the opposite way. I started keto a month ago, so I don't have any chips or popcorn or sugar or bread. So I'm locked down. So
it's either AA or Weight Watchers. One for you.
Both for me.
Okay,
but, a comment for Didi. Didi, I saw that you had a wedding group and the rates were a lot higher, and I know you're going to be dealing with Rodolfo on that. But I have priced out a lot of hotels, not only Malia but other ones for next year, just to give everybody an idea on what the rates are, and they're through the roof.
Yeah.
So people are like, now they're like, what the hell? Like, instead of being what they were, now they're higher. So I think the pricing hasn't been inputted properly, or the EBBs,
ACV,
whatever is happening.
So
it's really hard to price anything right now because the rates, I don't think, are correct.
The excuse I got from ACV was that their the exchange rate with the US is what's causing the prices to drive up.
Well, that's a huge factor. That's
what my other groups that I've rebooked, they actually came out lower in price, and I've rebooked the three that I have had four groups altogether that were leaving between end of March to end of April. Out of the all of them, Paradisus is the only one that came back to me. And it wasn't Paradisus, I know, because I spoke to Paradisus.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's ACV that's doing it. But the rest of my groups rebooked with no issue. And actually their price came out lower.
Okay.
So that's why I'm a bit, I'm a bit upset about it, to be honest. But I will not vent here.
We're going to take a look. I know that Rodolfo asked you to send it to him because
Yes, I will do that.
as
Yeah.
it's a package with Air Canada, there's the flight portion, the transfer portion, the hotel portion. So it's a little bit tricky now to try to understand exactly the reason. But of course, we're going to work with you to make sure that you close this group and rebook this wedding.
Now, Natalie, I know, I'm not sure if a lot of agents use Melia Pro. I don't use it like as a booking. I've used it recently, and I've noticed that on Melia Pro, even though Transat or Air Canada or WestJet have packages together for either the Caribbean or Europe, but mostly Europe, including my own for Spain, Transat came in $300 more expensive than me booking it through Melia Pro, and my hotels and transfers and everything separate. So just a little FYI, check Melia Pro, because I wasn't used to it and I just started using it recently, and I noticed that the rates are a lot better.
Yeah, you always have to compare. Of course, you want to have the best value for your client, but Melia Pro is a very interesting tool to make sure that you have the right room category, but sometimes the tour operator doesn't have the category that you want. If there's only one room left at the hotel, it's going to be on Melia Pro. So for now, my question to the panel by Rodolfo also mentioned it in the chat box. As of now, what is the percentage of your bookings through a tour operator versus another channel like Melia Pro? Is it like 80%, 70%, 90%?
Probably
100%
100% for me.
For
Mine is
For
100% almost, except for the Europe products.
Yeah. So now with this crisis, I think there's a lot of changes that is going to be done positively, because the more tools you have to choose from, of course, it's going to be better for you because your commission is way up there. It's up to 16% commission plus your points that you can exchange for free nights. Some agents didn't use it at all. Of course, here in Canada, it has to be from the euro to the Canadian dollar or from the US to the Canadian dollar. We all are aware of that. But now it might be a good occasion to think outside and make sure that you have all the tools, and then you choose depending on the situation. But at least if you familiarize yourself with Melia Pro, and we will have a meeting with the Melia Pro specialist sometime soon, so stay tuned for that. And it's going to be interesting to start from scratch, like a new page, and then you're going to say, okay, my tools are Melia Pro, tour operator, etc. That's going to be an amazing way. I had an example last fall, an agent that were to book like, let's say, I don't remember correctly, but let's say it's 3 nights in Cancun and 4 nights in Playa del Carmen. So when she called the tour operator, it was so complicated, and they don't provide the transfer between the 2 hotels, of course. So she did it on Melia Pro, 3 nights at Paradisus Cancun, 4 nights at Paradisus La Perla. She booked her flight separately. She managed the transfer between everything, and that was it. So it's a good way when people want to travel differently. It's interesting, actually.
There's just one thing on Melia Pro, which I find it's great, and I understand where they're coming from, but a lot of them are, when you get the better rates, they're totally non-refundable. But trying to explain it to a client that you're booking directly with the hotel and then it's non-refundable, to them, they're thinking, I could cancel if I book directly. They might not get the same rates, but they're getting...
Angie, that is available. Yes, you're right, but it is available with a refundable rate, a non-refundable rate. You have lots of options in the Melia Pro. So at first you have to, familiarize yourself with the different prices, because you have the net price, the commissional price. You can cancel like 24 hours before, or non-refundable. So with your time now to play with the Melia Pro site, it's going to help you a lot depending on the booking that you're having. Because if your client pays you cash, you book it through the agency credit card, you can book the net rate and you have your commission instantly.
But Natalie, I didn't see a net rate on Melia Pro. I just see one rate.
Yes, there are. So that's why we insisted on doing the Melia Pro webinar sooner than later, because this is the way to go. And I don't even have a code on Melia Pro, so I'm not the specialist. I know the general information, but we need to have my colleague Nuri. She's from the Melia Pro office. She's amazing, and I cannot wait for you to hear her and to have this presentation to know how to work with the website. And of course, it's going to be a habit. So
Okay.
that's, yeah. So my next question, and we're keeping Denise with us. We adopt you, Didi. I would like to know, have you thought about when it's going to open again? Maybe it's going to be just a couple of destinations. We don't really know now, but once it's starting to be moving, do you have tools or ideas to launch your business back?
So are you asking?
Let's start with Tamara.
Sorry, we're just, even with Travel Point, like we were supposed to do a travel expo this past April, right at the beginning. So obviously we canceled that, and we're looking to do that for the fall, maybe even sooner. So that is something that will, you know, help our clients, bring them back to us, et cetera, right? And we're going to actually have a lot of our tour operators and stuff there with us. It was actually quite successful last year. So basically, you know, I'm trying to get my clients thinking of things for July and August. So, you know, it's important for me to use social media and stuff like that and get everything out there, all the information through, usually I cross post on my professional page for Travel Point and my personal page. So I plan on using a lot of social media to get things out there. And like Angie was saying, even when I was checking prices recently, they are quite high. And I wanted to start posting things, but I'm like, no, I can't do that because people are going to be like, why are the prices so high? You know, which I don't understand right now either. So hopefully that will change where I can, you know, start putting things out there for my clients and have them thinking, okay, yeah, okay. But we, again, like some of the comments were made, we have to wait until the borders are back up and the airlines are back up and running, you know, because we really don't know what the routes are going to be and the timing of all the flights and everything. So basically Travel Point right now, like I really have to sit down and do a business plan and figure out what I'm going to do over the next few months and how I'm really going to push business and even get more business, you know, so that's where I'm at right now.
That's good. No, I'm just playing with the image. I'm gonna put back the background because I realize now that it's not on. So now you see it?
No.
No.
It's black.
No?
You've never seen it.
I have it on. Mine is on.
You see the background picture?
Melia Pro Travel Labs, yep.
Okie dokie.
I see nothing.
It's okay.
It takes a few seconds sometimes. So Gigi, what about you? What you gonna do when it starts again?
Well, I'm in the same boat as Tamara. Our company, Uniglobe Enterprise Travel, has just started working with a marketing company. So we're relaunching our websites and redoing our personal websites, etc. So I count on a lot of my social media to post things and to encourage my clients to think about new destinations and to revisit destinations that they've been to. I think I'm going to need to do the same thing, sit down and put together a new marketing plan and try and figure out how to boost my sales, etc. once everything is back to normal. I'm going to probably start. I'm probably going to start just sending little tidbits of pictures of destinations that I've visited and
like teasers.
Exactly. So
Good.
that's the plan for the next little while.
Good. And finally, you, Angie?
Yeah, basically the same. What I've been doing is I've been reminiscing through all my pictures and my destinations. So I've been picking a few pictures and posting them on my personal and my business. I'm with TDC, the Marlin Transit Travel Group. So They do send us a few flyers, but I do pull some of the flyers you send us, Natalie.
Yeah.
And what I do is I put them out there. But yeah, they are teasers, and the biggest teaser is when they see that I'm traveling. So sometimes I have to stop it because they get sick and tired of it, especially last year. But now they haven't seen me in a while. So I am teasing them by all the different destinations and the different hotels. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, I remember going to the Paradisus Cancun, and remember this drink and remember that. And I actually had one last night, and it was a friend of mine, and he posted the limousine drive to the Cancun property, the Paradisus Cancun, and he's parked in the front. And I go, I remember that. I booked it. I said, I have a great travel agent. You need to get back. He goes, absolutely. So, and everybody's seen it. So that's how I sort of tease people. And a lot of them are my own personal clients and friends. So yeah, I'm just going to continue because I love looking back at my pictures, and I just, and I am teasing them that I'm heading down in October to the Malia Punta Cana. So that's what's happening.
That's perfect. And with your Melia Pro travel community private group, we started already to post some amazing new videos. So you can share those videos. And also you have into the group albums of different webinars that we did. We record everything. So it's going to be good if you missed anything to go shop around and try to get as much visibility as you can for our product. And on the last note, because we need to finish now in a few minutes, but on the finalize point, it's a question and it's a comment at the same time. You don't have to answer because it's like right there, cold turkey. But you guys, I hope you know how much we are here for you, and I hope you know that we would do anything possible to help you grow your business and feel the clients feel safe to travel into our hotels. I don't doubt that. But how do we do it? So if you guys today, tomorrow, next week, you have an idea, you need something from us, please share your needs and your ideas. And if it's something that we can do together, of course we will do it. So for me, it's like a message, like open arms from Marco, Rodolfo, Adam, myself, the whole team at the hotels. I just want to make sure that you know that if you have any idea, even if it seems like a little bit crazy, we love the crazy. So if we can do this, because our goal is the same as you, is to have the booking after the clients that are safe, happy, and have an amazing vacation, because they're going to deserve an amazing vacation once this goes back to normal. So that's my point. I don't know if you have a comment about that.
Yeah, sorry, Angie.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
The only thing I was going to say is that something I do, and I know maybe a lot of agents do it, but it does help me. Whether you're on your own private vacation, so you're on, wherever you end up going, I use that time to also work. So you're already in paradise, wherever you are, whether you're in Mexico, Dominican. Even if you're at your competitors, you're not at a Malia property, please call and ask Natalie or anybody at the hotel to go in for a site inspection. Or, vice versa. So it does help, Natalie, because you're there for a week. Why not take one day and do 2-3 hotels? That's the only way you're going to expand your product, and you're going to get to know your product, because things change daily. So that's my only advice to any agent that is out there that hasn't done it. So even though you're away for a week, and I know you need a week off, I still do it, and it works for me.
Yeah, and I did the same thing when I was in the Riviera Maya in January for a destination wedding. So I ended up getting in contact, went to the 2 Paradisus properties in the Playa del Carmen area. So, and that was fantastic. But Natalie, I was just going to say, because you do send out your newsletters, right? So
yes.
when
I'm not going to stop that.
Right. So as you continue to do that, and, we're putting in processes for after COVID-19, I'm sure you're going to incorporate into your newsletters what Melia International is doing in order to, keep the clients safe, what they're doing at the hotels to ensure cleanliness and hygiene and all that stuff. I'm sure you're going to be touching on points as to what's going to happen and what Melia International is going to be doing to, just to ensure the safety and the health of all clients, right?
Yes.
I echo what Tamara just said. I think it would be really useful to know exactly what is being done in destination so that the clients can feel safe. Like, people are going to ask questions about the buffets. As mentioned in yesterday's meeting, what's being done at the buffets, what's being done at the pool, and so on. So if you're sharing that kind of information, then we'll be able to share it with our clients as well.
Yeah, as long as there's no other information, Natalie, on there about any points, commission,
No.
any of that, because a lot of times I like to share too, but sometimes there's stuff in there that we can't, because then clients are saying, oh, well, you're getting, making this out there. So anything like that would be great.
I usually copy and paste.
We need to keep it customer friendly.
Yeah.
And Denise has a very good point. It would be great to put virtual site visits videos. So those videos, we've put a few of them, like general videos, like to promote our properties. Of course, we need to adapt. So we're taking note of your suggestion. And also, I don't remember when, sometime this week, because it's crazy, but we're going to have a virtual site of the Grand Reserve.
Perfect.
I can't remember by memory, but it's going to be launched. It's going to be on the group. So we are starting, now where we have our organization, because we had to start and focus from scratch. Now we get going, and it's going to be a great way for you and for your clients to see the hotels. And then we can share those things. And then as another point, to create a hashtag that you guys can use during this time. That's a very interesting suggestion. And I know that our bosses, Rodolfo and Marco, are on this line, so I'm sure they're already thinking about a way to do that, but it's a very, very nice idea. I like it a lot, Denise, to create a hashtag for you guys with us to promote our hotel. For the pictures, for the videos, it's already available, so there's no worries about that.
Can I just make one point, Natalie? Sure. When I was at the Grand Reserve at the end of February, the occupancy level was actually quite low. So whoever is on this virtual presentation, if we can really try to even push that Grand Reserve, because it is a beautiful property. It is set back from the beach, but it's a quick 10-minute walk. My husband and I did it every day. The splash park is awesome. Yes. I even went on a few slides and stuff. So the water's deep enough for the adults and everything. And I just want to say the customer service was fabulous, because I actually had a medical issue while I was there, and I had to be wheeled around in a wheelchair for a few days due to swelling in one of my knees. And I don't know why that happened, but anyways. I just want to say, it was just fantastic.
It was fantastic. I saw the property. Go to the steakhouse. It's worth every bite.
Yeah. But I just couldn't believe how quiet the property was at the end of February. So, and I know the prices are quite high for the Grand Reserve, but if we can really push it, because we stayed there when we were on one of your FAMs, and the rooms are just stunning. Like the property is gorgeous. So yeah. Just
and Tamara, it's a good point. It's a great point, and we've been brainstorming a lot within our teams, and we realize now that the biggest advantage that Melia has is that we don't have 2,000 room resort. So the safe distance from the clients or at the buffet, the restaurant, the lobby, we do not have those big resorts with thousands of people. Our biggest one, I think, is 650 room, and the smallest one is 150 room, which is the Melia Cozumel. The Grand Reserve is a great example because there's a lot of space, but only 432 suites. So it's something that we are going to be very fortunate as an advantage for specifically that point.
Thanks, Angie, for commenting.
Yes, that's good. And an agent says, where is this resort, Tamara? The Grand Reserve. It's in Punta Cana. It's part of the Palma Real complex. So I
You know,
think
to walk-
we have,
like to walk from one end to the other, from the Grand Reserve all the way over to the Emilia Caribe, like it's awesome, and the beach is fantastic.
yes, and there's a private beach club, and we did have a webinar last Friday about that. So if you want to listen to it once more, it's posted on the group, and we will have the virtual site inspection of the Grand Reserve coming up this week. So stay tuned for that. So I don't know if you guys have a last comment before we end this amazing roundtable. I hope it's not the last one, because I really love the experience and I love to see you guys and hear about you. And I'm looking at you and I'm looking at the chat at the same time.
I know, we all look great, everybody. Everybody's alive and well.
Yes. So I want to thank you all for joining us. Those of you who tuned in, my Charlie's Angels, you guys are fabulous. We are in this together. We will work together, and I feel very motivated this morning to be able to talk to you and hear what you guys need to say. And for sure, I want to do this once more, maybe in a few weeks, to make sure that we have maybe progressed in some ways, or we have new ideas, or of course the situation is changing every day. So we should do this once more.
Well, I was getting a little bored, Natalie, and now I have 6 webinars with you guys on my book.
Only 6. Hold on, smile, I'm gonna take a picture.
Oh.
We're gonna post it in the group. So I really want to thank you. I wish you an amazing day. Keep on going. This is not over, and we are here for you. And whatever you need, you guys, every travel agent in Canada, you know how to reach us. And thank you to my colleagues that tuned in early in the morning. Adam from New Jersey, my boss Rodolfo Cresta, Marco Fanton, and everybody.
Thank you, Natalie. This was
Thank
a
you,
wonderful
Natalie.
experience.
You're
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.